Come on in, Virgos. Come on in, babies. Have a seat. How you doing, my Virgo babies? Come on in. You're still plugging away at things, aren't you? Just plugging away at life. You're just doing it. Let me catch a bead on Virgo, please. Right on. I like to see that card come up. Love it. Love it. Can't complain about that. All right. All right, with our Virgos. Let's flip it for our Virgos. Okay. All right, I love it. I love it. Okay. What's happening here for our Virgos, please? What's happening here for our Virgos? Ooh, that's a lot of energy. Super amount of energy is going on here. It's almost giving me a headache. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. What's going on with my babies? These, please? No? Which deck? Tell the story, please. Can we start the story? Okay. In the past, you had suffering. Right now, you have boredom. In the future, we'll discuss this. Prosperity guides are at hand here in the future for you. All right. In what way in the past did my Virgo suffer? And my Virgo had to hold the space. In what way? Here's you just rooting down through the wind and the rain. You just rooted down in there in the past. You did. You're going to weather that storm, weren't you? You didn't care how dark, how crappy it got. And it did. It did. It got pretty dark, didn't it, baby? But you came out. You came out of what you once knew, and you're coming up. You're fixing to burst out of the water. And this is bursting out of the water into a higher level of spirit, your spiritual growth, your inner growth, your self-growth. There's a little bit of dark night of the soul, I'm thinking, or maybe a lot, babe, a lot. Okay, that was intense for you. But you know, you're kind of at the end of it now, and you're like, phew. Virgos stay pretty steady through things, though. Yeah, they do. This, especially this group I'm talking to. All right. You're in a time where you're uncertain of things. You're kind of bored with the situation, you know. But it's telling you, High Priestess. You know, here's your boredom card, and your spirit teachers. They're coming in. They're coming in at a time when you're bored. They're coming in because they want you to harness mystic powers. They want you to have faith, more faith, more faith. They're saying in the future, you used to think whenever tight times come or bad times come, you always felt like, oh, look at this empty plate. Shh, it's awful. But they're telling you, no. In the future, when it starts to look like this, they're going to need you to have faith. Be devoted and committed to faith in the future, because this is where the test comes. The Virgos I'm talking to are hard workers. They know how to make their own way. Yes, they do. But now they need to realize that it's not just their hands they need to do it with now. Now they need to have more spiritual faith. And it's going to be tested up here. But when that time comes and you feel like, I don't got enough for this, I got to get this, I got to work that, I got to do this, I got to do that. You say, stop now, it'll come. I can't do nothing about it right now. I'm gonna go pet the dog. I'm gonna go work on rebuilding a vehicle. I'm gonna go paint a mural. You need to have more faith. You're gonna have to release the old way of thinking, because this is a test for you. It's gonna see if you're gonna try to rely on yourself, and if you do, what happens? Okay, they want this deck. What happens if Virgo tries to handle this upcoming situation the way in the old paradigm of they'll make it right, they'll figure it out, they will work it to death and work it to death? What will happen? You'll be left out in the cold. Yeah, you're going to learn this lesson, they're saying. You're going to learn it. Either you can embrace it and say, okay, what's the worst that can happen? They can't take away my birthday, so I'm going to have faith this situation coming up, you know, this situation of of money. It has something to do with a bill or a payment coming in, a big payoff. It has something to do with testing your faith and saying, no, I believe it's in the right hands. I don't have to do everything by my own two hands now, because I am a higher elevated being, and now I serve a higher realm, so now things come to me differently. They want all of these. Get out of your emotional thinking. Look at what's coming ahead. You're all guarded and ready for a battle. They're saying you're coming in. You're coming in as this dude ready for battle. That's your old way of thinking. You see what you cultivated in your spiritual growth. They're saying that's what we need you to focus on. That's what we need you to be. Look at him. He's ready for war, but yet he believes in the truth first. He believes in something else first. You know, he's learned his lessons. He came out of, there was a time he had to do this, yeah. It wasn't too long ago, but now you've graduated. You're refined. They're saying this is the time. This is the time for you to reflect and think before you act. Give everything some time to think about it. Think about it before you act. Are you going to burn shit out like you used to and move on like this guy? Are you going to step into your Empress mode, and that's not male or female? Are you going to step into your Empress mode and handle this? Step into it as this type of warrior who's also a spirit, uses both sides. He connects with he or she with both sides. They have great faith, and they know that there's certain things they just have to have faith on, and they hand that faith over because it's called faith. And then he or she turns into, that's your reward. You pass this test, your faith will grow. You can choose to come out with turbulence, with still the king you are, with turbulence of emotion, or you can go in hermit mode and have faith that it'll come out. What are you going to choose? The lesson here, my dears, is simply this. It is time for you to learn to have faith. You are the master creator of money. These people I'm talking to, they can do jobs, and big money. Any money is big money to me. But you know what I mean, on your scale. Bigger money for you, and that's your blessing to come out of this. But you got to have faith. They want you to free up more time from work and concentrating on work and all of that. They want to free up your time for more spiritual growth, so that you can align more with what you came here to do. That's all this is prepping you to make financial way, to not work so much, so you can embrace what your journey here is for, and that's the truth. This is just another big level up for you, sweethearts. And it's just a lesson in, now you can let your mind go from the concept of making a living from the masculine view, and now you can switch over to the feminine view and learn how to flow and still be profitable. I mean, that's just the way it works. Yeah, laws of attraction, baby. Don't think they don't work. That's okay. It will pan out if you flow better. It'll pan out if you believe it will pan out, if you have faith in it. Like, man, things have worked out for me in the past when I was down and out. I'm just going to ride through it like this one. I have faith, man. It's going to turn out. Have that attitude. Take fear, put them in the back seat, buckle them up, say, oh yeah, let's go for this ride, buddy. Boredom, remember during this time, boredom is not depression. You're bored, honey. You're bored. Occupy your mind with inner growth, with creativity, things that you're creative about during these times, your drawings, your fixing vehicles, whatever you enjoy doing. Use a lot of that, because that'll get you at a peaceful state where the whole world's not trying to cram everything in you. Okay? Zen through this time. Zen, find all different types of way to Zen. That's just your journey. Zen so you can have faith. Every time you start to lose a little faith, find something to Zen in. All right. I love you. Bye, babes.